Okay, welcome back for this next session. Now it is time for us to move on to some other issues as it concerns so-called WordPress SEO plugin. And again, at WordPress Professor, we do not at all believe these things are effective. We've used them for 3 years, not to try to boost what we are, any of our content or our sales messaging, whether on-site or off-site, but just to be able to prepare for you, obviously, our new clients who are former SEO plugin, so-called SEO plugin users, just to show you the issues. Now, we've said a lot concerning WordPress, well, just SEO, and let me hurry to add this is that search engine optimization is search engine optimization. Now, when we talk about WordPress SEO, we're just really talking about SEO or search engine optimization, understanding that whether you are using Joomla, whether you're using Drupal, whether you're using a basic website builder like Weebly or even the GoDaddy website builder or WordPress, solid SEO is solid SEO. So let us get that out of the way. Now we want to transition, so keep your eyes on the monitors in front of you. And the first thing is that particular person bolded their keyword in an effort to create H1, H2, H3, and H4 tags. Search engines no longer recognize bolded keywords like that. Now, let me say this, from a WordPress perspective, there is a function in there that allows you to go H1, H2, H3, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bolded. What it means is it's just a clear identifier, and this is the beautiful thing. Unlike WordPress SEOology, when you establish what we told you was our trifecta of on-site success, and we'll, in starting with your URL, which we're hoping is keyworded, moving down to your opening sentence, you want the same keyword in your opening sentence, no later than your second sentence, hopefully. That's in your meta tag title. That was the first issue. Bolded keywords, when you're bolding keywords all over page, it really doesn't make a difference. Keep in mind, search bots now are programmed to come up with an overall theme using keywords that are sprinkled throughout and coming up with a value of that page. So bolding keywords is an absolute joke. Let me tell you this before I move forward, is that if you're going to do anything, interlink your content with anchor text, with blue hyperlink anchor text to other articles, because that will identify more solidly, even bolded keywords, what you are trying to communicate to the search engines. And not only that, it will reduce the bounce rate on your site, because if the keywords are spread out right, people are going to go to other content on your website. You're going to keep them on longer, which has a lot of value, most of which we won't go into there. If it were me, and if you produce content, what you want to do is interlink it even in your opening sentence. Now, this is the good news with that H1 tag, H2, H3 tag. Search engines, if you keyword it right, you don't even really have to use that H1, H2 feature on WordPress. If your keyword in your opening sentence matches that in your title tag, and the rest of the article is themed towards those two things, bots are going to grab that. We showed you examples in previous sessions, and that's on video too, that we never bolded keywords. We just made sure our trifecta of success was present. The search bots understood what we were trying to communicate. So you go down the checklist on WordPress SEOology, but what good does it do? It does no good. And that particular client, once we shot that video tutorial and we turned that into a video tutorial series called WordPress Website Tweaks, which is available as a part of our more than 200 video download package on our website. We went through those things and actually cleaned them up, and that post ran all the way to a #3 ranking in a very competitive market. Why didn't WordPress SEO Presser get it there? This is why. The article had what was be considered a high score, but yet it only achieved those low 11, 12, 13, whatever that was, page rankings. How can you get an 85 to 100% score with the CO plugin and still not achieve at least a page 2 ranking? Well, there's a lot of things. Other sites may have more backlink, they may be more aged. There's a lot of things. We won't get into to go there, but that site that we were working on, as we said in a previous video and a previous session, that particular site that we worked on had 4 backlinks, all of them low PR backlinks, and it still shot to the top. So what's the difference? We won't go, we certainly won't go into that. The post title in that particular post was an absolute disaster. All of the examples we've showed you, and that's just a fraction of literally hundreds, 700, 800 page 1 rankings we get. Now we get below 5 rankings, below spot 1 or spot 5 page 1 rankings on Google, Yahoo, and Bing. We don't even show you that to us, because if we don't achieve at least a number, number 3 ranking, a little higher, it's of no use to us. It really isn't. So that title was an absolute disaster. Remember, search engines index content based on theme, based on your website hierarchy. But with that being said, you have to understand that they serve relevant results. And we'll use the WordPress SEO footer result that we showed. You got to number 1 or something like that. That was off-site, but the concept is still the same, especially when it comes to creating content. Every site that ranked lower than our number 1 had a long title that wasn't concise. What are we saying? If at all possible, keep your title as concise as possible to the keyword. If somebody searches WordPress SEO footer, they're going to look for an article that says WordPress SEO footer. Now, people that use the keywords within their title and within their text, or maybe it's in the meta tag, whatever that is, or alt image, they're going to score decently. But those who do the most concise work, typically, and there's some other factors involved, are going to score higher. That title was a disaster, and that is the problem with most of these SEO plugins. The first problem is they assume you understand the basics. We're going to get into that from a WordPress, title perspective. Nevertheless, you have got to understand that. Be as concise as you can with your title. Another problem that we point out in the video, and then we'll move on to SEO Presser. Another problem that we pointed out in the video was the article had no overriding theme. I mean, marketing, yes, but this client was offering WordPress Central Station, which those videos are outdated. Be careful getting those. They were offering Aweber. They were all over the place. Why didn't WordPress SEOology say you need to be more concise with your topic? Why didn't it say that? Yet that client expected to rank high in search engines. If it's great for SEO, why didn't it point that out? Why didn't it say be more concise with your topic? Why didn't it say establish an overall theme? And those of you who read that article was all over the place. There was no theme. Buy this, buy this, buy that. The next problem that SEO plugins refuse to address, because mostly affiliate marketers use SEO plugins, and that's just how it is. Nobody serious about SEO will use, or serious about getting high search rankings will use those, but people without a basic understanding, I understand why they do that. It's because they don't know any better. So that's not a bad thing. But that particular article had like 4 or 5 hoplinks in it. Why didn't WordPress SEOology say, hey, your alt text is good, and their alt text was good. Now it didn't, I don't believe they were long-tailed enough and these things. They did, but the alt text, well, the anchor text was bolded, useless, but hop links are viewed as spammy by search engines, just like URL shorteners. Google URL shortener, they're viewed as spammy, but yet the SEO plugin didn't say that. One of the reasons that article didn't receive great search rankings is because they had all of those referral hop links in it. Hop links, if you have too many of them in a post and don't balance them out, with a whole bunch of words and better links, I suggest leaving them out altogether, but there's a way to get around that. We'll talk about that in another segment.
Hey, good morning, WordPress professor. It's George Willingham here. Look, I just wanted to say that I had my doubts. I truly did, because the offer that you guys made to me sounded just too incredible to be true. Now, you were saying there was over 200 WordPress training videos for like, I don't know, $97 or something cheap, and it included the private label rights articles, and most interestingly, 8 hours of SEO training for WordPress. Well, frankly, I was wrong, and I apologize. You guys made the offer and fulfilled every bit of it. It's wonderful. A great buy, and I am enjoying every minute of it so far, and I'm sure I'll be able to use these in my progress as well. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.